I saw where Ben showed up, clean shaven ish, and he had a shirt on that said different there, Gerry. So um, are you forced to then write about how great Ben looks now?
Well, I will tell you, Dan, that despite what people think the last 3 or 4 years, he has come to camp in wonderful shape. He's hired a nutritionist, he's hired a trainer. He looks especially good now, especially trim. People forget he's a big man. He's a 6'5", 250-pound guy. But I have to admit, as well as he has looked every year coming to camp, he looks especially well and fit yesterday, certainly in that picture.
Is he the fourth best quarterback in his own division?
Yeah, I think that's a bunch of baloney. That's based on, that's just based on future possibilities. But I mean, Ben's a proven winner, and 3 Super Bowl appearances, 2 titles, a number of playoff victories. His numbers speak for themselves. And even last year, Dan, I think when you think they got off to that 11-0 start, he's coming off major elbow surgery, and at one point after 11 weeks, he's being talked about an MVP candidate. Forget about comeback player of the year. Then he had that little slump, and he had a big second half in the Indy game, over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns that snapped him out of that slump. And then after that, that terrible start against the Browns, the bad snap on the first play from scrimmage. In the second half, again, 330 yards, 3 touchdowns, made every throw possible. Ben is still Ben. Okay, yeah, he's 38. He's not the same guy he was when he was 28. But this idea that he's the fourth best quarterback in the division, just based on future possibilities of the young guys in the division, to me is a little far-fetched.
Why do you think there was some trepidation? It felt like maybe on the Steelers' part of, do they want him back? And at what price do you get him? Is that a correct impression of what happened here?
Yeah, absolutely. And I will tell you that Ben actually thought that they were trying to force him to make the decision for them. I was surprised on one hand, but not because they did eventually do what I thought they would do. But they knew they had to do something with that salary cap hit. But feeling that they were in position to move on from him, with all the changes they were making, or thought they were going to have to make. And as it turns out, some of those they didn't. I'm certainly not surprised that he's back. I expected that all along. But I have to admit, Dan, I was a little surprised that there was some hesitation. I always thought it would be Ben would go out on Ben's terms and nobody else's. And for a while, it looked like it wasn't going to be on his terms.